I'm Jona. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Today we're going to be looking at a board game called Cytosis. This is a worker placement biology cell building board game. I don't think I said that right. It's a cell biology board game. There we go. So this game is for 2 to 5 players. It's recommended for ages 10 and up. It plays in about 60 to 90 minutes, and it was published by Genius Games. Now this is a worker placement that is highly thematic in the science of biology, cell biology, which I know nothing about. So please bear with me as I try to explain the different themes of this game. I have learned a lot, but I'm still learning. So in this worker placement, you're trying to gain the most health points. The way that you do this is by claiming different spots on the board. Now these spots are limited. Each player has 3 flasks that they get to put out per round. And once a flask is in a spot, that spot is no longer available to anybody else. So you really have to choose wisely what you need to get done that round, because before you know it, that spot may be taken. On the board, you have the option to claim resources, convert resources, hand in cards for completion, or build cells and complete those for even more health points. You can also claim cell component cards, which is the bottom of the board. There's also gray flask that you can purchase if you have extra money in this game, or ATP. You can purchase the gray flask to have an extra worker for your turn. Or you can claim the first player spot. As all gamers know in a worker placement, first player is king. So you can claim that spot, and you can also claim a goal in that spot, or you can gain an ATP, some money, when you claim the first player spot. When you hand in resources and complete one of your component cards, you get that health immediately. Now there are cell cards where you're actually building from a little disc and you're gathering all the resources you need to make a really complicated cell, and you have to travel with that whole cell, that whole pile of resources all over the board to complete it, and those are worth tons of health. So they're a little bit more work to complete, but they really pay off in the end. There are goal cards, which I mentioned. There's 4 of them, I believe, and they are limited. Only 2 people can claim a goal card. You have 2 goals that you can claim, and these will give you extra bonus points at the end of the game. For example, you'll get an extra 2 points for all the enzymes that you collect, or something of that nature, where you can collect sets of something and combo your score at the end by claiming those different goals. So each round is going to be based upon the number of players, and each round is going to have an event which will allow one player to either get a bonus resource or to get a discount on cell cards. So it's first come, first serve, but those events are always positive and they mark the different rounds that have passed. When the last round is over, you will count up your points. Now, some of these cards are going to give you more points based on what the other players have accomplished. So you're going to see what everyone else did over the course of the game and tally up your points based off of the detoxification cards and the enzyme cards, and then of course the goal cards. Whoever has the most points at that point will be the winner of the game. A few things that I struggle with Cytosis is some of their symbols in the board game repeat for different meanings. For example, the little swinging arrow that is used to represent conversion, which works great for conversion, is also used again when you are placing a component onto a disc. That's confusing to use the same symbol for 2 different actions. That bothers me a little bit. Also, there are parts in the rulebook where I felt a little lost and felt like I wasn't sure I knew what I was supposed to do. However, once I sat down and played it at the table, it makes sense and it's not that complicated. It seems like the rule book is just a little wordy in some spots and not altogether clear. So those are a few of the negative things, but the positive things are, I love the artwork. I mean, look at this box. It's just beautiful. I love the colors, and I love Their styling, I think they did an excellent job and nailed the artwork. At the side of the box, there's a microscope. I don't know. I really like the amount of art that they poured into the game itself. And also it's completely cohesive. The components are fine. The original components came with these little cubes. We upgraded them for these chunkier, more realistic components. They really stuck to the heart of this game being all about teaching biology. So I think thematically they did an excellent job. You were literally building a cell. So I love the way that you're moving that whole cell across the board to complete it, and you're seeing what components are going to it and what is changing and happening, and that this actually is happening in your body all the time. And I really can't think of a better way that you could hands-on illustrate how cellular biology works. It's a great introduction not only to the science theme of it, but also worker placement. And it isn't too loaded with lots of different things, but it does give you that wonderful feeling that worker placements do, of that angst of getting what you need to done, with maybe sacrificing a beaker here or there to either have the first player or getting that good card you need. There's lots of great decisions to make, and it isn't really negative in any place at all. I'm going to give Cytosis 4 pips out of 6. I highly recommend this game for families, for people who care about education and science and STEM and all that good stuff, and for people who are kind of just bridging into worker placement. It is a nice, fun, positive worker placement. So it's a great introduction to this style of board game. Thanks again for watching this review. If you are still here and you are not a subscriber, I'm just gonna ask you to please subscribe. If you like watching videos about board games, this is what I do. So definitely subscribe and you'll be sure to see more of my board game reviews. And I would love to have you aboard. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Cellular biology, is that right? You are going to be building the molecular. I probably ruined everything just now. They put a lot of work into, oh, here it is. Symbols or iconology. The symbols that they use, just trying things with people. This is really sounding